Today we're going to have a look at the stitch palette and the different ways that you can control it and edit it to suit. Firstly, did you know that you can pin open your stitch folders or drawers? What normally happens with folders, you click on the name, the folder drops down so that you can see all the stitches, and the next folder you click on opens and means that the first folder has closed. So I had the basic stitches open. When I've clicked the knit increases, then the basic stitches folder closed. If I click the knit increases folder again, that folder will also close. But when you have a folder open, you'll see on the right hand side of the name bar that there's a little tack or pin icon. If you hover over it, it says pin open, and all you do is click on that. You'll see that the icon has now gone grey and is pointing a different direction, and when we hover over it, it says unpin. So now if I open the basic stitches folder, you'll see that my knit increases folder isn't affected, it stays open. And just the same, if you click on a different folder, the other folders you have open that are not pinned will behave as normal. But you can have more than one folder pinned open at a time, and whatever you do with any of your other folders, those that you have pinned open will stay open as long as you want them to. And that can be useful if you're frequently coming back to the same folders or moving between 2 or 3 folders. When you're finished needing a folder to be pinned open, all you do is click on the pin icon again. It goes back to white and becomes a normal folder again, so if we click on the name bar, the folder closes. Stitch Mastery also allows you to set your folders up to have certain folders pinned open right at the beginning, or to hide certain folders. So if you never use Estonian Gathered Stitches, for instance, you can actually set up your user stitch library not to show you those stitches and those folders. So we go to Preferences. So I'm on a Windows machine, so my Preferences is under Tools. If you're using a Mac, you'll find Preferences under the Stitch Mastery menu over in the left hand side of the menu bar. Click on Preferences and make sure you have this menu open. Click on Stitch Libraries and open your user stitch library. If you haven't set up a user library before, I'll link to a video underneath this video that shows you how to do this. But click on Edit and then click on Palette View. So here we've got the full list of folders. So first of all, I mentioned that you can rename folders. So click on the one you want to change and click on Edit, and I can change the name to something helpful or just something silly. So click OK and that's changed. As I mentioned, you can hide folders, so I click on the Estonian Gathered and I can click Hide. Now in this view it will still show you the folder so that you can get it back. So in order to do that, you would just, same again, select the folder, click Edit and then untick the hide box. And the other thing that I mentioned you can do is to have a drawer or folder pinned open when you start up the program. So let's do that with the knit increases folder. Click on Edit, click Open Drawer at Startup, and then check the Pin Drawer Open at Startup option. Now, something else you may notice in this view is that there are icons for move down and move up, but they're greyed out. Now at the moment they're greyed out because we can't actually reorganise the order of folders themselves, but if you click on the drop down icon to open your drawer, you can actually reorder the stitches within your drawer. So if, for instance, I frequently used the left leaning lifted increase, but found that when I normally open the folder in the palette that stitch was always below the screen and I had to scroll to it, I can use this to move that stitch right up to the top of my folder just to save a little bit of time. So that's it at the top, and we just click OK and then apply and close, and you can see straight away that my left leaning lifted increase has moved to the top of the folder, and also you'll see that the knit increases folder is pinned open. If we scroll down, we've lost my Estonian gathered stitches and my 12 stitch cables are now fancy.